Hi everyone. I just want to start off by saying fuck gangs and violence. I fear God. I love God with all my heart. Um, and I realize that in order to get my point across, sometimes you just have to cuss, fortunately. But for all you gangbangers out there, I want to see you try to commit a crime without using technology, without using your device, a phone, a computer. I want to see you try to kill someone, rob a bank, do something like that without doing any research on the internet, without doing footwork, leg work, driving to from one location to another. Try to find somewhere to meet your buddies, whoever else is involved, without the cameras everywhere capturing where you're at. You are being watched everywhere you go, everywhere you're at, everything you search, everything's coming together, everything's connected. Is it interlocking of information, and it, it it's coming to the point where people that believe that they could get away with shit, you're not. um and you game bangers out there that think that you're running shit, you're not either. You're not running shit. You're not about shit. You will never be about shit. You could kill someone, but your ass will end up in prison. You could kill someone, but you'll probably end up dying. You know? So that's on you. Do you really want to live with that? You know? Um, so that choice is yours. Do you really want to commit murder? I mean, do you personally have children? Do you personally have loved ones? Do you want them to grow up in that environment? Do you want them to go to prison? Do you want them to not have an education and struggle their whole lives and work their butts off till they die? Or do you want to give them something that you never had? And if that's the case, then you too have to say fuck gangs, fuck violence, and educate your ass so that you can educate those around you and edify those around you. You know, that's the only way, people. That's the only way to go. That's the only way to do this. Because people that are ignorant, people that don't know what's going on in the world right now, and the way everything is moving so fast, at a rapid pace, without your knowledge, it's there. And the scary part about it is not that they're watching. The scary part is those people that are watching are aware that they're watching themselves, so they're smarter than us. So if they want to take someone else out, they can make it look like an accident, and they could plot it all out, like kind of like Punk'd. Remember Punk, the TV show, the episodes, how he would go and light someone's freaking RV up, and it might be funny, but he would do that, and they didn't know what was going on, and they thought they were in the wrong, and he would punk them, and then they realized like, oh, okay, you punked me. But imagine something like that, but you never knowing the truth behind it, just a bunch of actors behind the scenes, punking you, and making everything look like an accident. So that's those are the people that we got to filter out now. Yep. And the only way that's going to be done is through the internet, microphones, cell phones, anyone or anything that could capture their voice and their conversations and things like that, and of that nature. And it's already going in that direction. Um, our with our cell phone conversations, everything that we text, everything that we do is being recorded, is being documented on a global scale. Maybe we haven't had the time to look at your case or your life, but everyone's life is being recorded. And one day you'll be able to go on your internet, type in someone's name, and they'll be able to track that person from the day they were born to all the way up to their to their current age, um to their current age, and be like in beyond, probably in the future, with statistics, computer statistics, how you'll look like in 50 years, like a filter. Imagine a filter, me being old, you know uh the type of job that I do when I will retire, everything, the if I have children or not, that type of stuff. It's all gonna be there. So this is not a joke. This is not um, fantasy. What I'm speaking about is really true. Um, and there's people out there that are afraid of this movement, but it's happening. It's revolutionized our whole lives, and this movement is the internet. Like, everything is going digital, whether we like it or not. Everything is digital. Everything is moving towards that direction, and um, it's but it's all the same. Like, life is not going to change. Life is going to continue the way it is, and people are going to leave you alone. No one's going to bother you, um, unless you're trying to hurt other people and harming maybe yourself or others. Then obviously that's when um, you'll be considered. But it really sucks, though, like, coming to all this understanding and knowledge, and then, like, now it's scary to even type in stuff like um, you know do certain searches on the internet, because people know what you're searching for. And um, it's kind of like going to a counseling meeting, and everything is confidential unless you're trying to harm yourself or others, right? So yeah, it's the same way. So it gets tough for people that kind of know certain things, you know, and things like that. But um, I don't know. Maybe there is some way to prevent that, because you hear about people, celebrities even, you know, committing suicide and killing themselves. There has to be some type of preventative solution, um, for everyone. Um, you know, one thing that I personally don't understand is how a lot of people, and it's alright. Like, everyone's living their own life. Everyone has their own money, or the lack thereof. But it's crazy how when someone makes it in life and has more than enough for themselves here in their generation, and they're able to pass on resources to the next, their generations, their families generations. It's crazy how they start bragging about certain things, about the things that they have and everything, and they and that's all you hear, you know. It's like, and you know, they put other people down that don't have what they have. But remember, there's always going to be someone above you, always. So try not to brag too hard, and just be humble, you know. Help other people, help other people that are struggling. I personally have some ideas on invent or don't invent on Facebook. Like, you know how there's what is it, smartphone watches. Mine is not a smart watch, whatever, but there is. And there's a thing where, like a thermo cup that you guys can turn into a thermal smart cup, and it could be connected to the internet and all that, and it could have different versions of it, like the iPhones and the, or like the vehicles, like, you know, there's new models and things like that. So the same way it could be done with this, with the um, smart cups, to keep your fluids and your fluid, whatever you're drinking, cold or hot at all times, depending on what you want it to be at and whatever you set it to. And I think that would be a great investment for you as a person, and you could come up with any design. You could design it however you want. You could take things out, you could add things on there and make it different from everyone else's idea. And therefore you have the full copyrights, and you're protected, and it's your money, and it's your thing. Um, but I think that will really sell. Like, I think um, if I were to find like a super cup like that, I would buy it, and I would probably buy some to give out to my family members, just so they could have something like that, because like everyone uses a cup, um, and especially if it was a special cup like that, where you know it could keep your fluids, your drink, whatever it is, cold or hot. That would be good, because in the morning you'll be able to get coffee, keep it warm all day until you drink it all, and then you could buy some soda, or you could have sodas in your car, or you know, at work or wherever, and keep it cold. You know, so anyway, so yeah, like, there's a lot of ideas, and I think it's all about us helping each other out, and just like we would help out a family member that has a disability, um, and not really thinking yourself to be better than anyone else. Like, yeah, that's good that you have the things that you have, and and things like that. But it's better to just be what's the word, like content. Be content and appreciative of the things that you have and the blessings that God has given you, or whatever you have. Like, be happy with that, because other people are less fortunate than you. If you think you have a lot, believe me, there's people that have little. And those people that have little, there's other people that have less than that. So, you bragging and you talking crap about other people, it's only bringing other people down as well, whether you realize it or not. Um, so, anyway, um, the future is awesome. God is awesome. There's still a lot I don't understand, but one thing I do understand is the things that I'm speaking of, and it it's happening, and it's going on right now, and I just felt like sharing that, um, and it's my time invested speaking into your life to think twice about the actions that you do. Be aware that people are watching you. Be mindful of others, because God is watching. Everyone around you is watching. Don't think that you're not being watched. You are. Everything you say, everything you write, everything you text, if you're cheating on your wife or not, one day all that information will come to the light. So there's cameras everywhere. So think about that. Like, and then you're meeting up with the same person every week or whatever it is, every day. There's cameras capturing all that stuff. So don't think that um, you're not being watched. You know, and if you are, you gotta stop and think about it and repent, and turn from that. Unless you don't give a fuck, and if you don't, then whatever, you don't. That's on you. But trust me, the other side will hear about it and they see everything as well, and they stop people like that, um, instantly. Not instantly, but pretty much instantly. They'll break every bone in your body. They'll kill you. They'll torture you. You'll die. So those that are cheating, think about it. You know, a lot of people think that it's one person that's doing it, that's killing other people or whatever, but it really isn't. It's like the CIA on the other side, not here on Earth, not here in the physical, in the spiritual. And I know it sounds weird, but it's not. It's like what people would call angels or demons, but it's not. It's just us that passed on, that are watching this type of stuff, and they see that it's not right, so they stop it, they put an end to it, but they do their due diligence on you, and they know everything about you before they take any action. So, yeah, uh, so yeah, like think about everyone like your own family. You know, help your own family, help those around you, be a blessing to people around you. You know, um, help them out. If they don't have shoes, buy them shoes. If you see someone in the street without any clothing, buy them some clothing. Like the Bible says, like don't say, oh, I hope you're warm and you're clothed. Like no, it says take action, do it right now. Like clothe them, give them something to eat, give them whatever they need now. Because think about it, those bums in the street asking and begging for money probably haven't ate all day. And how many times do you eat in a day? Most people eat 3 times a day. And if you go without eating one meal, you're hungry. Imagine how they feel. And a good way to experience that is to not eat all day, but for one, to feel that hunger. And it's torture for those that are not eating. And it's sad. And a lot of people will argue, well, it's their fault, they don't want to work or whatever. But we just don't know their situation, what they're going through. Um, and the tables could easily be turned around. So, or if you're rich, dress like a bum for one day and go out there and beg for money, and you'll quickly realize how people treat you, and it sucks. It really sucks to be the beggar. But I guess if you do that, then you'll be able to realize and kind of see for yourself who you could invest in and who you could trust and things like that. Um, so yeah, try it. I mean, if you're rich and you claim to have it all and all that stuff, then that's great. Like go out there and dress like a bum, and you'll see how quickly people will shut you down and look at you. Wear some raggedy shoes, some ripped clothing, put dirt all over your face, whatever you have to do, and you'll see. And you'll be treated just just like a bum on the street. You know, without your money, you're just like the rest of us, like the rest of the world, I should say. Like we're all the same. Like money is just a tool, like you would use a wrench for your vehicle or something, or your house. It's just like a pen. It helps you write on paper. That type of concept. So it's nothing, but it does have a value, face value to it. Of course, everyone knows that. But God is real, man. God is real, and I'm I knew that a long time ago, but I guess we all have to go through certain things to realize certain things. And sometimes, some people won't understand you. Some people won't um, look you eye to eye with your ideas, or your demeanor, or your that you carry yourself, or whatever it might be, the way that you are. But just continue to be yourself. Continue to do your own thing. And um, people will respect you for that in the end. They really will. Most people, they want to group up and talk shit on other people. But in reality, they're not smart. They're no different from the scum of the world. But if they have a family member that's blind, then they have sympathy for that person. If they have someone in a wheelchair, then they have sympathy for that person. If they have a family member that's mentally retarded, then they have sympathy for that person. See, so we gotta look at everyone like our own family members, because we are a body, a human body race, and we are all moving towards Mars and outer space and things like that, to the far reaching um, places that we never explored. And that's who we are. We are explorers. And it doesn't matter about, it does matter about history, but it really doesn't. Like, all the controversial stuff, it doesn't matter. Like, we were all um, adventurers and explorers, and we are continuing to do that with us, going to Mars and all that. And who knows, maybe the moon and other places in our planet, in our galaxy. Um, and who knows what else we have out there that we have yet to learn and understand. Um, but it all takes each and every one of us to do our part, and to be the best at whatever we are doing. Be the hardest worker in the room, whether if you're getting paid for it or not, if you're being watched or not, because that's what it says in the Bible. It says, when you work as unto the Lord. you know Not just when someone's watching you, and then you're performing your best. Like, do that shit when no one else is watching either. you know and like that's it's all scripture. So I'm not just speaking out of my ass. And the shit that I learned from through the Bible, by me reading it. And I respect God. I fear God. And sometimes, like I said, I have to cuss to get my point across. And the people that I'm trying to reach, you could hear me now. You could listen to what I'm saying. You could relate to what I'm saying. That's all that matters. And those are the people that God wants to reach right now. Like, He will leave the 99 and go after that one. So I'm on that mission. I'm on that mission, and I'm trying to do everything I can to make you aware that you are being watched, everything you're texting, everything you're saying is being recorded. So be mindful of other people. Because if you're not, then no one else will about you. But I leave my peace behind me now. It's no longer my concern. Your actions are your actions. What you say is what you say. What you do is what you do. But just leave me out of it because I made you aware. Now you know right from wrong. Now you are without an excuse. Yep. You are without an excuse, people. Um, and that's just the truth. That's the real truth right there. Just love everyone, or a more better way to understand that for people of the world would be just to respect everyone around you. Show that respect to people, whoever they might be, whatever background they are, however they dress, however they speak, however they carry themselves. Because, like I said, you could mistreat someone that is wearing raggedy clothing, you know, straight bum, but that bum could be the richest person alive. So, yes, respect everyone. Show love to everyone because you don't know who they are, man. So just be mindful of other people. And I'm personally not asking for anything, but what I am asking is just to be mindful of other people. Give. If God blessed you, give, help others. You know, there's a lot of people living in poverty. Maybe you could help them build a house. Maybe you could help them, you know, trade your car with their car or something, and then demolish their car. You know, and demolish the old one, give them a new one. If you want to make this world a better place and you're bragging about all this money you have, then buy them a more economic vehicle and take away the gas vehicle, right? You have that much money anyway. I mean, how much money are you talking about? How much is a Tesla? 100,000? How many can you afford? Can you afford 1,000 of them? I mean, is it less than that? Is it 10? I mean, whatever you can afford, give those cars out. If it's 1,000, then give 1,000 vehicles. Get 1,000 gas vehicles out of the street, demolish them, and you made the world a better place just by doing that. So There is no excuse, there is no limit to how you could reach people and how you could change the world. You can be the difference. You are the difference by being negative or positive. And because every action has a consequence, whether positive or negative, good or bad. So and that's in everyone. It doesn't matter who it is. Like it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Like our actions really affect other people. When someone litters, that affects everyone, whether you realize it or not. And it affects our environment. It affects everything. And some people don't care. Like I know, like sometimes I litter. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, if I really stop and think about it, um, it's not good to. Back in my mind, I know it's not good, but it's like, oh, who cares? The city pays for it. The city pays for other people to clean it up, right? But and other people that have that job don't mind if you do because that's what keeps them working. But it's wrong. It's wrong, and it shouldn't be that way. We should be mindful of other people, and we should all just do our own jobs, do our own tasks that we were assigned to or that we're given. And this world is and will be a better place, and will always be that way. Um, but yeah, like God is doing big things in our lives, and He wants to do something through your life as well. And you don't have to have money to do big things. Just share your thoughts with other people. Share your visions and hopes and desires with others. And like one of the best ideas that I came up with was the smart cup idea, in my opinion, because it will really affect people on a global scale. And I know in California, sometimes it could reach, what is it, 3-digit degrees outside, even 90 and up, really, really hot, 100. So that's when this cup will really be helpful to keep your fluids cold, um, for a longer period of time. Or if you live in the Alaska, where it's really, really cold, and you could have your coffee or your tea or whatever you drink warm to keep you warm. Stay warm for a longer period of time than just the insulation that the cup has around it. So, and the more that we do this, the more people will get creative. They'll want to create their own batteries like Elon Musk is with his vehicle stuff. But there's really unlimited resources and unlimited people out there in a way that could contribute their thoughts and ideas. Not just me, not just Elon Musk. There's millions of people. There's billions of people, around in the world. So it's just us somehow filtering out the bad and putting the good, and coming up with the best batteries that could really help us all out, and um, power our lives and really go somewhere. Really take that to different heights. And like, man, there's so many things right now. Like even Amazon with the drone um, delivery thing later on in the future. That kind of concept is not done that I know of right now, but self-driving vehicles, like, things are changing, and later on you'll be able to go buy some property in the middle of the desert that's very affordable for what, like 40 acres for like $10,000 or less. Like, are you kidding me? And that's right there in Barstow. That's only an hour away from Los Angeles, and you could get your stuff delivered through Amazon in less than a day, and you have free shipping. So it's changing everything, people. Like, you got to be on top of everything. And what I'm talking about is game. Like this stuff is gonna help you out if you really pay attention to it. Like, you can start buying property right now and build your house. Like, only because you live in the desert, that doesn't mean you're gonna be burning to death. Like, you live in Los Angeles, it gets the same degree, the same temperature that it does in Barstow at times. Sometimes it's hotter in Los Angeles than it is at Barstow. So, or like your surrounding area there, or wherever you live, it doesn't even have to be Los Angeles. It could be anywhere in the world, anywhere in the United States or outside of it. Like, you could live in Alaska where it's below zero and still be warm and comfortable because of technology and everything that we have, and Amazon and a bunch of other things. So don't let anything limit you. Um, Come up with more creative ways to help each other out, to help the world around you out. Um, I think a lot of people, I think we're milking everything. We're milking the cow, honestly, with all this shit that's going on. Like, it seems like people are like knocking everyone else's ideas down just to slow the process, everyone's process and the growth of evolution down. Like, even with Elon Musk with the vehicles, the Tesla vehicles, like, think about it, they're electrical. We could run a vehicle with electricity now, um, and we could put away with gasoline vehicles, but we don't want to. Why? Because, oh, the cost of gas, and the companies that are making all this money will probably not be able to make the same amount of money, or some of them will go out of business. But those businesses, those companies could easily transfer from that into something else, or into electrical, and still stay in business. Um, what else? Like, there's um, like the city, our city, it pays for your tax money. It pays um, for 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 water, and this to water plants, like on the freeways and on public streets. And that grass is, I mean, that water is being used to water grass that bears no fruit. What does the Bible says? It says to be fruitful and to multiply. So we can easily plant fruit trees everywhere, and you'll be able to eat that. Everyone will be able to eat out of the fruit that's being produced, and save you money, and feed the world at the same time, and feed yourself and your family. Like it could be done at a global scale. Like you give a lot of money away anyway. You know, but like we had to come up with ways to make this a reality. Like how would that happen? Who would take care of them? Who would plant them? You know, would a organization or a ministry or something would something like that need to be established, or can the city do it? And if the city can do it, um, where do we donate? Where do we give for that? Because I would love to personally give towards something like that, because I mean, you could buy a fruit tree for like $20, and that tree will live for like 30 to 15 years or something like that. I did research and it was like 30 years or something. And they'll start bearing fruit in 3 years. So it was an apple tree. So that will always give fruit regardless of what you do, because the city waters it. Remember that. And then there's the gardeners that go, they're getting paid for their service. They go and they trim everything up. They clean up all the leaves and all the dead debris and all that anyway. And if they don't, the city doesn't care for it, well, maybe the gardeners will take it, or maybe the city can get affiliated with a farmer, or farmers in their own communities, or every city region or mayor or something within their own city could, um, plant these trees all along the roads and then resell. Have these someone go and harvest them and sell them in the local markets. Like, why not? Like, it'll be better, because now instead of just, you have miles and miles. Like, we have a road from, what is it, the 5 freeway, the 91, that goes from, like there's freeways going from California all the way to New York, and it's everywhere. Like, it's a big maze, of roads. Think about all those roads with trees and stuff, with fruit trees. Um, so that's a lot of trees, and all that is being watered right now. Through electrical. I mean, through sprinkler devices. So this is not a joke. Is we're using that water regardless. So someone could easily go and harvest that fruit, sell it. It could be sold, and it could feed people. And if people are hungry and dying of hunger, then all they have to do is reach up and take some fruit and eat it. There's no reason for people to be dying from hunger and diseases. Like, if you do research, there's fruit will help people fight diseases off. Especially if they don't have the money for medical. Um, and out here in the United States of America, like, we're kind of good, with um, uh, what is it, diseases and things like that. But there's other countries where they lack certain things, and that's when this idea would be more beneficial for them, for those countries, that lack the things that we kind of have over here in the United States. Um, but like, it's all about us working together and us making a difference. And like, you might think like, well, what's one tree going to do? How many people can it actually feed? But I think if we all bought an apple tree and started off with our own home, um, then it'll feed you and your family. You'll make a difference there. You'll be able to feed your family your own household, um, apples and or oranges or whatever you might want to eat. And then if you don't want them, you could always donate them to your local church or the Salvation Army or somewhere, you know. Um, so you're being a blessing there too, because you're spending that money on to water your lawn anyway, and things like that, So it's being mindful of other people, um, and the I guess that's just me probably getting old, that I'm starting to think this way or something. But um, I like I know I don't really have much more time to continue in the physical, but we could all leave this world knowing that we made a difference in the lives of other people. And like, it all starts with you personally, as a person, as an individual. Like, don't look up to anyone else. Don't compare yourself to other people. You do it. Like, honestly, you took the time to listen to this video, so obviously you care. Because if you didn't, then you would have never made it this far. So if you don't want to make a difference, then don't. But if you do, then take action. Donate. Help people. Help organizations that are trying to help people out. That's the best way, honestly, because it relieves you of that stress, especially if you have a regular job or your own business that you have to attend your full attention to, and your whole focus to focus on your own stuff, that type of thing. So, like, there's Facebook. Whoever thought about donating to Facebook? Facebook is free. Some of Google's products are free. There's a lot of for-profit companies out there that are helping people, but whoever thought about just blessing them, just because, like, be mindful. A lot of people, like me, I found some things on the internet, but I'm trying not to talk crap. I try not to talk crap. I try to, um, I just try to be mindful, and I try to, um, be a blessing, because I want to grow. I want to improve myself, and not only myself but others, because I'm not the smartest person, or like they say, I'm not the sharpest tool in the garage. I'm not. I'm not the sharpest tool in your toolbox. You know, I'm not the best bait out there to catch your fish, but maybe you are, and maybe you just don't know about it. But who will ever know if you don't speak and you don't share your ideas and you don't try to do something about it, whatever bothers you. You know, we all have a purpose and a goal in this life. Like, what is yours? You find yours. You know, what ideas do you have? What dreams do you have? What career do you want to get into? Do you want to get into that just to make money? You know, like you got to find your own lane and stick with it. And you'll be too busy to focus on anyone else's crap because you're too focused on your own. Like, personally, mine is innovation, growth, helping other people out. So I'm in every lane, you know. But you stay in yours, you know. You do you. You do what you like to do. And you know, with the things that I shared, it's you're being watched. Whatever you do, you know what I mean. You're being watched, man. And like I said, you are. So you know, you do what you want to do. You know, don't try to blame other people for your actions, and don't try to blame other people's actions for why the world it is the way it is. Like, no, it's the world is the way it is because of you, and because of the choices that you make and the things that you do. Like, you change the world around you. You affect the people around you. You feed that poor person. You donate your money to that organization or church or whatever it is. Like, you know, like, you're complaining about your tax money being used for other things, and you give to the organization that you think is helping the most people out. Quit looking at the negative. Quit looking behind you, in other words. Look at the positive, you know. Keep moving, keep advancing, keep colonizing, keep exploring, keep going, moving forward, keep breaking through those barriers, you know, because there's so many things and so many stories, especially in the Bible, like what was it, Moses and Pharaoh, when Moses was trapped and the people of the Israelites were trapped, and Pharaoh was coming to kill them. They didn't have nowhere to go. They didn't have any escape. But God, what did God do? He parted the Red Sea for them. They were able to cross. God made it way when there was no way. Um, Noah and the ark. Noah, God spared Noah. God helped Noah out. God was going to destroy everyone on earth, and he did. He destroyed everyone. And luckily, Noah was the only one to listen to him. And he was crazy enough to, because everyone admitted it. Everyone made fun of him. Everyone ridiculed him. But what happened when he went in that ark and his family and the animals and the rains came and everyone drowned except him and his family? Who was laughing then? Who was celebrating then? Who was feasting then? Like, God wants to do big things in your life. But if people are not making fun of you, people are not calling you names, then obviously you're doing something wrong. And if you're celebrating and enjoying your life right now, then most likely you probably won't later on in life. And those people that you're having fun with right now probably won't be in your life either. Just like you had friends in the past, probably that you were hanging out with, and where are they now? They're gone. This the people that you're around with right now, they're a new set of people, new drinkers, new smokers, new fuck buddies, whatever the fuck it might be. It's all fun and games. But later on, it's just gonna be you in your own fucking house, in your own apartment, stressed the fuck out. Why the fuck don't I have money? Why the fuck am I living this way? Why am I struggling? Well, the person that wasn't fucking around, the person that wasn't um, doing all that bullshit is doing what is that person doing now while you're stressed the fuck out? They're celebrating. They're drinking with their own family. They're living their life in laughter and harmony. And then they're enjoying the fruit of their labor, the hard toil. And then you want to look down upon that? Like, nah, bro. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way, and everyone knows that. Doesn't work that way. That's why a lot of people just do their own thing. And that's why if you have something against this video and anything I say, just stay out of my life. You know? Like, stay in your lane. Like, I'm on the opposite side of the freeway. Like, keep going. You know, don't stop just to look at me. You're creating traffic, dude. You know, keep going. You know? Like you know, like that's what a lot of people want to do with everyone else's life. Like no, think about your own life. You know, you keep going. Keep pushing, you know, create a new road. You know, do something, but don't stay there, you know. People are only slowing you down, bro. And you know, like if that's the case, like veer off and find a new road. You know, find a detour to your destination and your goals. You know, because many people don't care. They live in the now. You can start talking about any subject. Try it. I test you. I encourage you to. Just talk about football and see how the conversation goes. Like, you could talk about anything. Talk about dogs. Talk about cats. Talk about the weather. Like, people don't even know what the fuck they want or what the fuck they want to do in life. Like, they're like a dog. Like, just, it's over there fucking playing in the dirt. And then you call its name and it runs over there like, oh, hi. Did you call me? Like, no real fucking purpose in life. You know, that type of thing. Thankfully, there is some smart people out there that do have a goal, that do have a purpose, And you could always donate to those organizations if you don't have a purpose and a goal in life. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you just buying alcohol? Well, fuck yeah, you're helping that organization out. They're only coming out with the best shit ever. And they should. I mean, I think everything should be advanced, even alcohol and all that. Like, shit, everything. But what the fuck are you doing? Everyone else seems to be doing something except you. Like, you fucking do something. You do something about it. You fucking make your own videos. You know, you fucking make your own videos so people can fucking push the up or down button on your shit and comment shit down below on your shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, you just want to be that fucking nagging bitching motherfucker or bitch. Right? Like that's who the fuck you want to be, right? Or what the fuck is it? Like, dude, find your own shit. Find your own destiny. Find your own fucking freeway. And keep fucking moving forward. Don't let no one stop you. Because life is too fucking short. It's like think about this body, this physical body as a vehicle. And this vehicle could only take so much gas. It only has so much fuel before it runs down and crashes and dies. You know? So this is not a joke. Like, your life is not your life. It was bought at a price to make a difference in other people's fucking lives. So if you're in the fucking way, you will get fucking dealt with. One way or the fucking other. Because God has a purpose. He has a mission. And that is to save people. That is to get the human race from one way of thinking to the other way of thinking. His way of thinking. Okay? So if you're trying to stop that shit, you're gonna get dealt with, bro. You really fucking are. So step the fuck aside and let people that are really trying to fucking do shit do it. And do it with fucking peace. Not with fucking bitching, nagging motherfuckers that think they know what the fuck they're doing, but in reality they don't. Like, let's assume here that you know what the fuck you're doing and move forward. So, what does that require? Look up to successful people. Look at the best of the best. Be the best if you want to be the best of the best. And if you are there, then I'm sure you have a different role model now, and that person is above you, or at least you think. Right? So, let's leave it at that. We're beyond the basics now, people. Shit's only gonna get deeper and deeper from here. And you've been warned. This is my fucking disclaimer. Everything you say, everything you do, everything you search, is being documented, recorded. Shit, trying to build a case on me. Add that shit to the record, bitch. Motherfucker. Alright, so, I mean, it could be fucking. Oh my god, it could be tomorrow where the computer starts fucking cracking down cases, taking motherfuckers out. Because you're fucking guilty. If you're fucking guilty, you're gonna get dealt with one way or the other. Like, it's not me speaking, people. It's like, in a way, like God through me, filtering all the trash out, all the negative, all the cuss words. But if you stop this video and you take out all the negative, all my cuss words, just take all the good stuff, and you realize that what I'm speaking about is true. And the internet's gonna crack down on you, and you could be driving that fucking self-drivable vehicle. There's no one inside of it. Boom, you fucking crash and die, bitch, because you're fucking guilty. You know what I mean? Like, it could be anything. You could be. I'm telling you, shit's about to get real. And like I said, this is just, we're beyond the basics. So it's coming, people. So you better be aware of it. You better, and I already made you aware of it. So start behaving like it. You know, are you talking shit right now? Are you running your fucking mouth? Is there a phone next to you? Is there a computer next to you? Is there a camera watching you? Are you in the fucking club grabbing ass? Are you fucking married? Is there cameras watching you? Motherfucker. I don't hear you talking no more. Have a good night, people. I don't know about you guys, but I pledge my allegiance to my country, the United States of America. And that's what the fuck I stand for. And the, what is it? The, I don't know. But there's also, well, I do know, but it's like the Constitution or the Pledge of Allegiance. No, not the Pledge of Allegiance. It's what is it? What is it? People, please help me. For we the people. So I stand for we the people as a whole, the whole world, not just my country. But shit, if I were to choose from all the other countries, it would be the USA, because that's where I was born and brought up in, and this is where God brought me and put me and allowed me to be born, even though my parents came from Mexico. You know, so thank God for that. I thank God that any religion and any race can exist in one atmosphere, one world, one land, and that's the United States of America. So praise God for that, and praise God for the people that laid down their lives for that, so we could have the freedom to have that. And all you motherfuckers out there that keep bringing this shit down, like, you motherfuckers are gonna get dealt with one way or the motherfucking other, because you're not about shit. Believe me. You think you're bigger and stronger than other people. You think you could disrespect other people, but you fucking can't, because other people fucking laid down their lives for this shit. You know what I mean? Other people put their lives on the line, and you think they're just gone and disappeared? No, like they're still in the spiritual. They're still continuing to live, and they're still trying to work in our lives to the physical, from the spiritual to the physical realm. And you might think that's a fucking joke, but it's not. You know, with you and your little fucking friends and your little buddies. Well, you have fucking little bit of weed and a little bit of alcohol, and you think you're fucking cool. Like you don't even know how to fucking grow your own shit. You don't even know how to brew your own beer. You don't even know who the fuck owns this shit. You don't know shit. So quit your little bullshit games. Quit thinking that you're above everyone, bro, because you're not. You're below everyone if you think you're above everyone. So, just saying. Anyways, here I am in my room or my headquarters. My headquarters, actually like 4,000 feet in elevation. Yeah, but like, are you representing the compass? The north, the south, the east and west, northeast, northwest, southeast, or whatever it is? Like, do you fucking forget where you're from? What color are you repping? You know, what group are you going into? You going into the green side, the blue side, the red side, the motherfucking yellow side? Is this elementary, people? Do we really have to go back to the basics? Or are we beyond this shit? Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Grow up and be smart. Grow up and do something with your life. Help other people. How about that? Instead of drinking poison and talking shit on other people, you know, do something with your life. Fight your own addictions, bro. Fight your own fucking demons. Put your own fucking shoes on. How about that? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Maybe that's the best thing for you to do. Uh huh. Yep. Do I look funny? Do I look gay? Do I look entertaining? Am I entertaining your bitch ass? Because if that's the fucking case, you're in the fucking wrong channel. Because no one is here to fucking entertain you or me. Like, that's not what the fuck this life is about. People are getting shit done. It's time for you to fucking rise up and do some shit. Let go of the other shit that you're doing. Do some shit for other people. You know? Telling you. Anyways, people, I'm done talking. But hey, remember one thing: you're being watched, you're being recorded, and you think it's funny right now. But later on, Everything you say, everything you did will be brought up, and you will be in the spotlight, wherever the spotlight is at. So, whether here or heaven, but I'm talking about here right now. Where did you go last week? Well, there's cameras on the street wherever you drove. There's a camera in front of your phone. There's a digital recording of your face, whether you own the phone or not, of everything you search. Like, come on, people. Does does your device have a receiver? Can you communicate through it? Like, motherfucker, you have a wire without you even fucking knowing it, you fucking snitch ass motherfucker. How about that one? I'm joking, but kind of, right? So keep fucking snitching on yourself, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. Keep doing that shit. Keep doing whatever you're doing. But if you're against people, then don't be surprised when people are against your bitch ass. You know? You think you're running shit, but you're not. You don't think there's other people that created this fucking world watching us? Well, God said he's watching us. God said he created angels and demons, right? Or angels and then they became demons somehow, but they evolved or something. I don't know what happened there, but anyways, they're watching us and they're like watching the world because who got raptured or who got picked up in the account in the Bible it says Elijah got picked up by a a chariot that was on fire with horses and they took him. Where is that at? You believe the fucking Bible, don't you? So you think I'm fucking lying? You think I'm making this shit up, motherfucker? Fuck no, I'm not. Where the fuck is he at? How the fuck is he breathing? If he went to space and shit. Where is he being housed? When will he be back? What about Job? Job was considered, wasn't he? Didn't Satan go to God's throne and say, "Did you?" And God say, "Did you consider my servant Job?" Well, what fucking business does Lucifer have with God? And even him being able to speak with him, why didn't God just fucking choke him out right there? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Job, like, motherfucker, like, fuck you. Who the fuck are you to fucking test my people in my creation? They got some shit going on. They actually made an agreement. It's in the Bible. Go ahead. Take whatever the fuck you want, do whatever the fuck you want, but just don't hurt him, God said. Or am I lying? It's in the Bible. It's something you believe in. Like, I'm not talking shit. It's like there. And what did, what the fuck did, what happened? You guys know the fucking story. So obviously, whether you realize it or not, we've been watched way longer than we've been watching ourselves. And if we've been watched before all this shit, the internet and all this other shit came out, then that means that they have access to this. That means that everything we say and do, they have access to it as well. Everything we record or not, they have access to it as well. Because with God or superior beings that have the power, and nothing is hidden, everything is brought to the light. Nothing is in darkness to them. Just like if you're taking the time to watch this video, you're watching this video, and as you're watching this video, you're not watching someone else's video, or at least not everyone else's in the world, because that's impossible in a way, probably. But they have the ability to do that because they're superior than us. And this computer is hardwired in their brains, and it never decays. It's like gold. It's of the gods. It never rusts. It never grows old. And what is that? 999%. You flip that around, what do you have? 666. It's the opposite, people. There's an opposite effect and a positive effect for every action that we take and every action that we do. So, I mean, did I fucking lose you somewhere, motherfucker? Like, come on, people, it's time to wake up. Wake up. You've been aware. You've been advised. What else do you fucking want? Like, stay out of my life. I stay out of yours. Stay out of my business. If you want. If not, then fucking put up with me. Duh. Or, like, fucking mail me a book so I could read and maybe it'll change my mind. Maybe it'll give me better morals, better conduct of living or something. A change of mind, different philosophy or something. But you make the fucking difference. Don't just talk shit on other people. It's that simple, people. Be the difference you want to see. This is the golden rule. Remember the golden rule? Treat others the way you want to be treated.